hear the prophet calling, prepare the way of the Lord. I hear the prophet calling, prepare the way of the Lord. I hear the prophet calling,
prepare the way of the Lord.
I hear the prophet calling,
prepare the way of the Lord.
We anticipate a wonderful but long service. So, if you have a need for self-care and are inspired to leave for a moment, you will not be judged.
आयुष्पन्दं करोमि घृतं निष्पिबत्यायुर्वै घृतममृतगुं हिरण्यममृता देवायुर्निष्पिबते शतमानं भवति शतायुः पुरुषस्थितेन्द्रिय आयुष्येवेन्द्रिये प्रतितिष्ठति.
Let the spaces between us be narrowed so that we are joined in one heartbeat, one vibrant community. May we be filled with gratitude for this occasion, for this community, for this blossoming ministry, for gathered family and friends, for the opportunities to celebrate such a wondrous milestone.
A great cloud of witnesses joins us today. This sanctuary is the cup that holds our living flame. May all the flames that have been lit in this sacred place and in our hearts be rekindled on this day. May our light shine into the future. With many voices, we light this chalice.
It was a joy and a pleasure. It was one of the most valuable periods in our lives, we've all agreed. Something we'll remember forever and feel greatly privileged to have been able to do. And at the end of it, we found Abi Janamanchi, and we knew that was it. We brought him to the congregation as a unanimous recommendation for our new minister. He spent a week with us, and then we had a congregational vote. The result was 255 to 1 to call him as our minister.
This means everything in the universe is pervaded by the divine. May I live a life of joy and non-attachment. May no one suffer. Lead me from the unreal to the real. Lead me from ignorance to wisdom. Lead me from death to immortality. O divine spirit, reveal yourself to me. Please protect and sustain me. Peace, peace, peace unto all.
My personal prayer for Abi as you go forward into this wonderful, caring community, I pray that your wisdom and your strength, your patience, your courage, your warmth, and your spirit, which all of us who know you have experienced, be part of your journey with this congregation. And God, we ask that your spirit flow through him as he serves you and this community with your gifts, God.
If you lead, lead with your heart. It's the one thing you can trust to always come from love, and it will shine right through the dark. Like a northern star to show you what is true, you will never lose if only you will lead with your heart.
Come.
Spirit of life and love, we gather here at this very special occasion, and we offer you, Reverend Abi, our hopes and our dreams for a very long and fruitful time here at Cedar Lane as we minister with and with you together on this wonderful path.
There's honey in the rock for all God's children. Feed everyone today. Freedom is the song we sing. Feed everyone today. We shall make the mountains ring. Feed everyone today. Well, there's honey in the rock. Oh,
like to share 3 quick points with you. First, congratulations to all of you members and friends of Cedar Lane for the selection of one of the finest Unitarian ministers we have. You have a right to be proud. Second, my best wishes to you, Abi, as you continue the ministry that you began many years ago. You have done so much for the larger faith, the deeper truths, the bigger vision of Unitarian Universalism, and it's impressive to see and moving to experience.
We are blessed that this wonderful minister has been one of our excellent and faithful leaders in the UUMA, serving not only his own congregations and the wider UUA, but also being a caring colleague, leading, befriending, guiding, mentoring, and teaching fellow practitioners of this unique profession, and helping us all to strengthen the ministry for today and for our dreams of the future.
And I wanted to make sure that you remember that you are part of the Joseph Priestley District. So, in case you have a brainstorm of a sermon, I have a little memo pad that he can put on his wall, his refrigerator. And when he's burning the midnight oil to write the best sermons, he'll need some coffee. So I've got a coffee mug. And then to carry those wonderful sermons in, I have a bag from the district.
Despite our silly-sounding name, we're really a very serious group. We are the senior ministers of large Unitarian Universalist congregations. No, Linda, we're not the large ministers of... We are very, very happy that you've called this wonderful man to be your minister and our colleague, and we promise to walk with him as he grows in his ministry with you. Blessings.
In short, we are kindred spirits whose vision of creating the more beloved community is being significantly elevated thanks to the outstanding leadership of Pastor Abi and this congregation. On behalf of the county executive and all elected officials, and particularly all the residents within our community that are going to be impacted for the good thanks to what happens here this afternoon, I commend you.
Because of this church, there were 5,000 affordable homes that have been built and preserved in Montgomery County. Because of Cedar Lane, young men and women from across Maryland who are undocumented will be able to afford to go to college because of this church. We've helped to rebuild 4 community centers in historically African American neighborhoods as a result of Cedar Lane's fearless organizing together with us. I'm here because the future is bright for the Unitarian world and for this part of the county as a result of Reverend Abi coming on board.
unto the Church Universal, which is the depository of all ancient wisdom and the school of all modern thought, which recognizes in all prophets a harmony, in all scriptures a unity, and through all dispensations a continuity, which abjures all that separates and divides and always magnifies all that unifies, all that brings peace, which seeks truth in freedom, justice in love, individual discipline in social duty, and which shall make of all sects, all classes, nations, races, one global community. Unto this church, unto all of its members, known and unknown throughout the world, we pledge the allegiance of our hands and of our hearts.
Whenever there is a meeting that summons us to our better selves,
whenever our lostness is found, our fragments are united, our wounds begin healing,
our spines stiffen and our muscles grow strong for the task, there is ministry.
Ministry is what we all do together.
I hear the prophet calling.
I've been to a lot of installations, and I'm here to tell you that as clouds of witnesses go, this one's a whopper. And in early English, to believe was to belove, to give your heart to something. So although the question, what do you believe, is an interesting and an important question, it is not the fundamental religious question for us, for you, to try to answer. The fundamental religious question is, what do you belove? What do you trust enough to live by? What do you know solidly enough, honestly enough, confidently enough to guide your life? What will you belove? Will you live fully enough into your vision to open the possibility that love may really and truly be at the heart of things? Will you belove yourselves enough to live as if the beloved community is nice language but not just an idle dream? Will you be open to hearing what love calls you to do here and now? And so the question for you is, how will you answer the call of love? Amen.
In my work at Meadville Lombard, I have talked one-on-one with a host of seminarians and have found them to be pretty much uninterested in practical advice like, don't study for the ministry if you can't afford it. It seems that the call to minister comes from deep within the soul, that place where bank balances and interest rates on loans hold little sway. Crushing student debt. Don't you wish you could help? You can. Right now. If you were going to put $10 in the offering plate, pull out a 20. Pull out 2 20s. Your ATM machine has lots more.
If we want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to pray on, pray on. If we want hope to survive in this world today, then every day we've got to pray on.
Today we gather to install the Reverend Abi Janamachi as the 5th Senior Minister of Cedar Lane Unitarian Universalist Church. Today it is our privilege and joy as members of this congregation to perform this sacred act. Abi Janamachi, do you accept the invitation of this church to its ministry?
I do. Mindful of the privilege and responsibility which are mine as minister of this great congregation, I pledge my consecrated efforts on your behalf. With my whole heart, as far as I am able, I will minister to you, support your spiritual growth, live the truth in love. I will cherish and cultivate justice and devotion to the good. I pray that I prove to be worthy of the trust and confidence you place in me today. May our shared ministry promote justice, equity, peace, love, and right relationship among us and in the wider community.
Abi, as members of the Senior Minister Search Committee, and with Bob Harrison among us, although he couldn't be present, we present you with this stole. We hope you'll wear it for many years next to your heart.
And from the pure substance of love that is omnipresence, we proclaim this installation, this welcome, complete, and this beginning, now initiated. To each and all we say, in the words of the teacher, go shining. And so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
Shri Sampada Bhumaspada Nirbhaya Sarane Anandoloke Mangolaloke Birajo Satta Sundaro Birajo Satta Sundaro.
So here is my single
piece of advice to you today, my single positive piece of advice. If you want to enjoy a successful long-term ministry here at Cedar Lane among these wonderful people, please do not get stuck in a holding pattern. Take time periodically to reflect on what you are doing and why you are doing it. Reassess on a regular basis your congregation's needs and the direction to which it ought to go. Be willing to reinvent your ministry in ways that are both serviceable and deeply authentic.
So I'm the 33rd speaker, I just counted. And so I've been over there going, oh, no, Linda Olson Peebles said that. Uh-oh, Denny Davidoff said this. Who would have thought anybody would have said congregational polity before I got up here? Thank you, Doctor. In many installation services, both the charge to the minister and the charge to the congregation are delivered by clergy. But I'm grateful that Abi finds it fitting for a layperson to charge the laity as we launch this sacred enterprise. But I'm not surprised. Lay leaders who work with Abi Janamanchi love him because he understands us and what we do, and you can't stop us from coming to work with him.
The hands are open. And these are the hands that exist in the past and in the present and in the future. These are the hands that welcomed Abi when he came into the world and nurtured him. These are the hands of his teachers and his inspirations.
Nameless one of many names, source from whence compassion flows. May your creative, life-giving spirit shower your abundant blessings upon this gathered assembly. May we give our hearts to the call of love, to receive all that is life-giving, life-affirming, life-sustaining, so that our lives together may be more grace-filled, our thoughts more wide, and our deeds more loving. May our shared ministry provide a place of welcome for all who grace the doors of this community and beyond. May God protect us together. May God nourish us together. May our learning be luminous and purposeful. May we work together in service of a life larger than our own.